Cumbria Opera Festival 2023 will be a week-long series of operas, recitals and talks across the county. 10 events will feature as far and wide as Whitehaven, Kendal, Carlisle and basically everywhere in between.
We've got everything from fully staged operas to workshops which people can participate in, to recitals of just the best bits without the sitting down in your seat for 4 hours.
We presented our first opera festival in 2021 and the large audiences demonstrated one thing very clearly: Cumbrians love opera. Opening the festival will be Plus longue que la voix humaine, featuring Sophia Cohen-Byers in a title role.
It's a really remarkable one-woman, one-act opera, and I think it's an extraordinary piece because it feels as relevant today as I'm sure it did at the time. That in combination with Johnny Danska's amazing production and directing, I think it's one not to be missed.
Kendal-born soprano Kirsty MacLean will lead a series of opera highlights alongside tenor Matthew Curtis.
The opera highlights will be going to Dalton-in-Furness, Appleby and Carlisle, and we'll be singing all of the classic opera favourites. So I was born in Cumbria, Kendal, Cumbria. Cumbria often feels so cut off from the bigger cities, and it's so important that we have companies like Cumbria Opera Group coming to these small towns and giving what there really is a need for. I've been so lucky to sing in some amazing places, but there's nothing like coming home and singing to a home crowd.
On the final day of the festival, we'll present a very special event at Kendal Town Hall, Cumbrian Opera and Song. This will be a celebration of Cumbrian poets, writers, composers and opera makers. Robert Anson is the winner of our Young Composers competition, and we're so excited that he'll be writing a work specially for our performers Georgia May Ellis and George Needham. We're delighted that Joan Rogers will be joining us again for the festival. Joan is quite simply one of the greatest sopranos of her generation, and we're honoured that she's our artistic patron. We want to show that opera really is for everyone. That's one of the reasons why we're doing Don Giovanni in a new English translation.
Don Giovanni is my favourite of Mozart's operas. The music is beautiful, it's catchy, it's got all the tunes, and it's really funny.
The central character, Don Giovanni, is sort of timeless in that he's this guy that he's a terrible person, but he's so fascinating. We're always fascinated by terrible people that do insane things, and I think Don Giovanni is just such a fantastic character portrait of someone that you don't like, but you do want to know what happens to them.
Tickets for all of our events, our operas, our recitals are available now on our website, and you can also register your interest there to participate in our free workshops. That's www.cumbriaoperagroup.com. Whatever opera means to you, you can come and see that at the Cumbria Opera Festival 2023.